Hello, my name is Mylles. I'm here to let you know I am 28 years old. I am the senior director for the Texas Legends. In the last 12 months, I've learned that taking losses is more valuable than any win that you can have. I've learned just through trials and tribulations that you find out where you want to go, things you need to fix, whether it's personal, in business, everything that you need to achieve. Failure is in between that, and you need to get there. You needed to get there. Personally, I feel like there's several areas I can grow. Where starting off with my relationship with Christ, in business, being in the gym, just many areas that I feel like that I can just better myself. I want to get to the point where I'm a 5 a.m.er. All the people I look up to, my mentors that I have, they're for all 5 a.m. people. So that's foundational, just waking up every day, 5 a.m., getting an early start, and taking care of things that need to be done throughout the course of the day. And just adding those hours on day by day, week by week, month by month, that essentially gets me to the places that I want to get to. I do believe that I am successful. I wouldn't say that I'm where I want to be and I'm content, but just from where I've started at and where I've grown to be, just looking around everything that I've done and I've accomplished over time, I would say I am successful, but I am nowhere near where I want to be in goal. I think success is in the eye of the beholder, so I mean everybody's definition is it's different. So I would say in some senses yes, but I'm not nowhere content at all. Right now, I think what I'm trying to navigate is finding what's next in my career professionally. From a professional level, my day-to-day job, I love what I do, enjoy it 100%, but I know, and a lot of people around me know, that it's a stepping stone ultimately to where I want to get to. So I think finding that next step has been a little bit of a challenge. And while also doing that, I have been in the middle of launching a new startup. So working within my company with Lula, working my full-time job, and then also trying to figure out what's next in the coming months have been the most challenging thing. But this is kind of the struggle that I kind of prayed for ever since I was young. I would say from a fitness aspect, I wasn't in the gym as much as I would have liked. I work out 3-4 times a week, but I feel like there's a couple milestones that I just didn't get to, and I had a certain level that I wanted to really get to and reach, and I feel like I didn't this past year. So I would say that's it. I also have, can I say another one?
Yeah.
Another one is I had a number of books that I wanted to read for this last year. And I didn't get busy on that one. I dropped the ball for sure. I would love to grow my company to where we have more members and we're building our community beyond our initial group circle. Just grow it at a bigger rate and really showcase to Dallas what social wellness could really do for the community. Beyond that, I would throw in my goal from last year is I want to complete that number of books I want to read for this year. So that's something I gotta really hone in and lock in and do.
How many books is that?
I'm embarrassed to say the number, honestly. I want to read 10 books.
Okay.
This is an answer that's kind of evolved for me a little bit. Growing up, I was kind of a people pleaser because the environment that I grew up in. But now it's like I really don't thrive to be liked that much, but more so just respect it and be seen. But to be liked, I think it's kind of a lot asking in today's world. I think you got to be really authentic and be who you are. And if people rock with you, they rock with you. If they don't, then so be it. So the last time that I burned out was probably a couple weeks ago. I was doing a lot of travel, moving all over the country, traveling all four corners of the country, meeting as many people as I can, taking meetings, taking calls, make sure I can be seen as much as possible every place I was going. When I got back, I just felt not overwhelmed, but just completely exhausted and really burnt out. But again, that's kind of the thing that I've asked for, the thing I really truly wanted. So but that was the most recent time. Some of the same foundational stuff. I love music. I love sports. The biggest difference I would say is probably this right here is pickleball. I enjoy playing pickleball. I think that I thrive for the days I get to go out and be on the court and just compete. But I mean, from a foundational level, it's always been the same. I love being around sports, love being around music, going to concerts, listening to new albums, sharing those experiences with the people I love. That's a good loaded question. I think I've applied at my dream company a couple of times. I ain't gonna say the company out because I'm still leaving it out in the air, but I haven't got the position. There's a couple of positions that I really thought was my dream job, and I ended up not getting it, and I was kind of crushed. But at the same time, I learned them telling me no means next opportunity. At the same time, one door closes, another one opens up. So at the same time, I try to be as optimistic as possible when I hear those no's or the opportunity doesn't come. So the answer is the same. That's the last time that's really happened to me. So I've been 18, I think a lot has changed. I went to school initially wanting to be a coach, work my way up, eventually get to the league. And I've had good people around me that gave me life advice, that truly know me, they know what I'm into, and it kind of helped me direct where my next path was going. I still work with the basketball team now, but understanding that the coaching side is a completely different aspect to what I'm dealing with. And me, I grew up around a lot of business people. I love dissecting businesses, big numbers guy, and I just honestly just getting better and better over time. So, from the time I was 18, my plan has really changed a lot. It's still a 180, not a 360, but a 180. But I would say it's for the better. In that, me being around the game, that's one of the main things. Like I said, I wanted to be a coach when I was 18, and that changed a lot. But I wanted to be starting in the college program, eventually go into high school, be an AD. That didn't work out, but I ended up working in the NBA G League. So I never thought I'd be here, but I always wanted to stay close to the game of basketball. That's what I truly love since I was a young kid. And I love watching NBA basketball, so the fact that I'm still affiliated with the NBA and working with that, I think it's amazing. That's a really easy one. That's a real easy one. Yeah, when I was in college, my sophomore year, I was walking onto the basketball team at Angelo State, and I went home to have a surgery and just take care of a broken toe, get it fixed, did some rehab there, came back to school, and within 2 weeks of school starting, I ended up tearing my ACL. And being on walk-on it was very tough. I had to have a come to Jesus moment. Everybody around me, my family. It was very hard on me. I had some of the roughest months of my life. Went into depression for a little bit, and then ended up coming out of it and seeing the light. And that semester, I had probably the best grades I've ever had in my life, all since elementary school, and it was in college. But that really changed the trajectory of everything. Flipped me from being more basketball affiliated to now looking at stuff from a business aspect and making business decisions, and then thriving to want to be on the business side of things. So that was something that harmed me mentally and physically. I had surgery, level 4 tear, meniscus and ACL. I ended up recovering, and like I said, I'm still around the game right now. Damn, that's a good one right there. I'm open. I be telling them everything. I would say, honestly, thank you. When you're growing up, your parents try to keep you out of harm's way. They try to protect you, but at the same time, they want you to grow up and make your own mistakes. And my parents did a good job of doing both. Let me make my own mistakes, let me choose my own path, but then also keeping me out of harm's way. There's a lot of times I was around the wrong people, I was doing the wrong things, and they kind of caught it and nipped it in the bud really early on. But yeah, thank you. You don't always see that when you're young and you're growing up. It takes you growing up and going through some stuff and to truly realize what they were doing. So I appreciate y'all. Shout out my parents. Growing up in West Texas, I don't say this in a bad way, but you have a specific perspective from being around the people that you're around every day, and you become not necessarily a product of your environment, but a product of your environment. So I've learned to see everything in a big picture, and not everything is for everybody, but it's really for the people that you're around. So in certain ways, me and my parents disagree about certain stuff just because of where I live and the people I'm around and things that I see versus what they're around every day on a day-to-day basis. So certain perspective is kind of what I leave behind. That's interesting. I would either stay where I'm at and do what I'm doing, or I would go back and work at universities and high schools and become a teacher / coach. I think those are two of the things I've kind of always wanted to do. So I would definitely go and do that. It's kind of a hit because they don't be faking. You might have to edit that out.
Why coaching and why being a teacher?
I've had so many mentors and people around me to give me good advice, and a lot of them were in the school system, a lot of them weren't. And I feel like where I'm from, we need more people like that in the school system to lead the youth and show them there's different paths besides the ones that they see on a day-to-day basis. And that's with academics and that's with sports. I think that's really why I have that way of thinking. Mylles, you work your ass off. Not everybody sees it, not everybody knows, but consistent. You work as hard as you can. Can I say ass? You do everything you can, and within doing that, you're always looking for ways to do more and keep applying pressure. Good job, keep it up.
Good job, dog. That was it.
Oh, good.
How'd you feel?
That was good.
Good questions?
I just went to therapy.